Let's switch over to the Bryce Zach, because that's too much of a coincidence too. Or it's real. Like, what the fuck? What is happening? When he looked in his pants, that's when you lost me.
Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Love Island USA, Season 8, Episode 15. I still don't have any clients besides Trinity. Okay, make sure you hit that description so that you can get your Love Island t-shirts. We got drip for sale. It says watching Love Island like it's my full-time job. Also, make sure you support us on our journey to 5K subscribers and hit that subscribe button. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. And before we get into this episode, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that hype button. Shout out to the girl who put us on layaway. She was like, I'm out of hypes for the week, but baby, y'all up on the rotation, okay? And she came through. So shout out to y'all. We love it. We love it. We love it. Thank you. And hit that notification bell so you can know when we dropping. Like on the weekends, we be out like outside a little bit. So, you know, we trying to get the episodes in.
It's also Juneteenth weekend, so bear with us, okay?
This week's sponsor is Detroit's Future is Female. It's a Detroit-born lifestyle brand created to celebrate women, girls, and the power of community. While they're rooted in Detroit, their message is universal. Women everywhere deserve to feel seen, empowered, stylish, and supported. They create statement apparel and accessories that spark confidence, connection, and conversation. If you believe in women taking up space, leading boldly, and supporting each other, they have something for you. Check the show notes and use code BGTTV10 for a discount on their fan favorite Boss Babe t-shirt, and they have it in a sweatshirt. So get your stuff. Okay, girl, Kenzie. Okay, Kenzie said, they said lustful. I'm not lustful. Said it with a straight face.
Straight face. I'm like, girl, you know how they say look up sincere in the dictionary and there'll be a face? Well, that was in the beginning. At least it was saying that. Kenzie, lustful, your face is there, my dear. I hate to tell you, because the way you have been doing nothing but lusting over that man, Corbin, I was starting to feel like it was a bit of a fetish, to be honest. So it's like, sister girl, I don't know. Miss Mamas, I don't know what you think you're doing when you over there splitting in front of everybody, when you over there engaging in conversations about sex and talking about 69ing and doing all the things in bed, kissing up on folks outside of challenges.
Yeah, it's definitely like just lacking the self-awareness. Like that was pure comedy to me. Like when she said it, she was like, they said lustful. I'm not lustful. Like,
and they didn't even say, well, she was trying to say because it was in comparison to what
to Gabe, because it was like Gabe, they said lustful. I'm not lustful. Like, girl. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The self-awareness is not in the room. Not in the room.
Also, too, just worried about the wrong thing instead of like trying to gain some awareness on like, what have I done to make you feel that way? Like, can you tell me exactly, you know, the behaviors or like why you felt like, you know, going from this person to this person would put me in that category, or as if I'm doing something wrong. Like, how did that rub you the wrong way? She asked none of that. She was just like, lustful. Yeah. My image is ruined. I'm lustful now. I'm a little hoe. I'm a little thotty thot.
Yeah, she don't want to know. When she was on a dock with Jen, her new bestie, like they was like, long lost sister. They was doing this in white girl form. It was like, hey, like when she came to the dock, she asked her, she was like, why do you, no, it wasn't to Jen at the dock. It was to Corbin. She said, why do you think America voted us on the bottom? And I was like, because we don't like you, girl. Like, what you think?
No, literally. Like, put the pieces together. And Corbin talking about something, because I have a hard shell. No, boo. Dig a little deeper. Dig a little deeper. Why would we put you on the bottom because you have a hard shell? Have you watched the show?
Yeah.
Does that even logically make sense?
Yeah, it don't. But I personally wondered if Corbin was soft launching. Like, these are like things that I might be thinking about, and they give me pause. Like, because men, when they want to make a move into another woman, or they want to give the opportunity to move into another woman, they always set up what sounds like a plausible excuse. And I could see for Corbin it being that, like, they said you're like Gabe and you're exploring and you're looking for the next bombshell, that doesn't make me feel comfortable. And so I don't know if I can put all my eggs in this basket. And so when we get into Casa, because they got to be in Casa right now if we're getting Casa on Sunday, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And
they
so
in there, girl. They definitely in there.
I wonder what's happening right now. You get what I'm saying? And I do think they're both going to explore. I don't think Kenzie is, but I think she's going to be in her feelings when they come back from whatever exploring that happens. But yeah, I think he's soft launching a little bit of like, because look, I think he's here for whoever feels like they're an easy connection. And Zach asked talking about some, oh, they really into each other. I really think that they, first of all, clearly your radar is off.
Correct. Just because her whole type was here and she still said no to that and still went to Corbin. It's like, y'all not seeing the lust here? Y'all not seeing it's just sex and physical here? The conversations, at least that we're seeing.
Yeah, maybe they're not seeing the conversations, so they don't know.
Yeah, they could be. But I'm like, what we seeing is all they talk about is their physical connection. But a few things that you touched on. One, going back to the Jen and Kenzie thing on the dock, talking about their long lost sisters and whatnot. I thought it was interesting that she said that Soul was her bestie in there. I was like, girl, Soul is not your bestie in there. Kenzie is your bestie in there. And if Soul was your bestie in there, when Kenzie pulled that move of like, well, now that Soul is away, I can tell you all the good juicy details and tell you that I actually kissed Corbin because I only trust you. You would have went right back and told Soul, because I know I'm telling my homegirl. I'm spilling.
So it's my tea with your homegirl? Is that what's going on? Look at her. We're looking away from the camera.
Child, please. Okay, absolutely. Now, of course, there's parameters, but in Love Island, is you kissing up on a man and y'all talking about his top secret? Kenzie didn't want you to know this, but don't tell nobody. They was up there macking.
Macking. I think it depends on like where the friendships are with both. Jen, like I like Jen. You be throwing some shade on Jen.
Jen needs that shade just a little bit. She do be giving the wisdom, but she just like, it's like a little inch over into the other side where
I think this is what I think it is though. This is what I think it is, for real. I do think like they got their little white girl bond, right? And we have black girl bond. So I'm not mad at it. Like, I'm not mad at it. I think it's Kenzie part. Like on Jen's part, I'm not. It's like Jen was cool with Soul. She's cool with Kenzie. But it's the Kenzie part, because Kenzie, you came in with day ones. You had already cemented relationships. And so when you jump to go like, oh, bestie, new bestie, it gives like, what's that about? But Jen, it's like, it's like you came in with Soul and Kenzie seems to be up your ass. And so you're like, oh, she's cool. Or even just the white girl bond. You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with Jen. I haven't seen, the jury's still.
To me, that's the weird part about it, though. That's the weird part about it for me. The part where it's like Kenzie was besties with all these girls. Mm-hmm. She now, because of Melanie's quote unquote interference, now you talking shit about Melanie. Now you don't want to gossip in front of Soul, but you want to pull them off to the side when you want to tell them what you want to tell them. That's where it's weird to me. And I would have been like, Jen, I don't know, Kenzie, she might be a little fake, and I would have had to tell the business, because what are we doing here? Like, it's the one that I can trust over the one that I can't. No,
I mean, I feel you. I will leave that right there. One of the things I saw on Threads though that was so funny, and I think I reposted it as a thread, was the Issa Rae Insecure clip when she was like, they sending secret white emails. Like, I was like, this is funny. Like, somebody replied to like, y'all see how Kenzie over here is switching up her and Jen or whatever. Yeah. But either way. But
also too, because I said one other thing I did want to point on though was her conversation with Corbin. To me, it felt like she was, and this could just be me, but it felt like she was trying to pull out a little bit of a black scent to me. The way she was like, the way she was like, fuck yeah, like I'm happy it was just a little too much. It just wasn't the Kenzie we had been seeing. And I don't know if you had saw, but somebody, and I don't know if these are real ex-boyfriends or people she actually dated, if the pictures are AI generated, whatever. But yes, it was like a history of black men. And
interesting.
Yeah, it was like 3 of them.
Yeah, no.
It's like 3 of them.
No clue. But all I do know is that whoever she dating, this ain't Corbin not the one to trust. Like, I don't trust him as far as I can throw
Kenzie
him.
ain't the one to trust at this point. Straight up.
I'm
starting to like Corbin a little bit more just because I don't like Kenzie so much. You know?
Hilarious. But yeah, on Corbin though, I will say, like, what all these Chat GPT jokes and like AI jokes? It's like, are the producers feeding them what's happening outside? What's happening with that? Because they make it write too many, you know? Like,
it's too deep of a coincidence.
Yeah,
it's too deep.
And
I don't
even
know.
Let's switch over to the Bryce Zach stuff. Are we done with because that's too much of a coincidence too, or it's real? Like, what the fuck? What is happening? Because this, when he looked in his pants, that's when you lost me as it could just be the white boy. They like to go up to the line and then run back. It doesn't mean they're gay, or bi or whatever. Look,
I don't know.
That gave me
when he said girth check the first time, I was like, what does that mean? Then he said girth check and.
What's the point of this, though?
Look, and then circle back to have a conversation about the size. And Zach is giving up information about his size.
Looks like mine or whatever he said. Okay.
I'm telling you right now, that wasn't the way I wanted to learn about whether or not Bryce was packing. I actually didn't want to know at all. But
actually, you're right.
I literally was like, okay, it gets to a point where beyond it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have jumped the line, crossed the bridge, ran across the freeway, got on the plane, moved continents. We are so far from where it is a coinky dink.
Yeah.
A bromance. It's too much. And on top of that, the bromance done now pissed off the ladies because Trinity was like, it's giving bromance and it's giving too much. It's giving too much. I said, now, Trinity, you need to go ahead and lean into that feeling you having, because one thing about it, whether or not they like each other, it's a romantic thing, whatever, whatever. At the end of the day, you want to know that your man choosing you. I don't have time for the bros before hoes thing. And they both was cutting up when Gabe left and being disrespectful to the ladies off of a decision. Like, they just wanted to make,
especially Zach.
Nobody wanted to make the decision. They was straight up, excuse my language, being bitches, pussy ass up in chest.
Especially Zach.
I'm so sorry, but it was too much.
No.
It was really too much.
I tell you, that's when I said my dislike for Zach started when he was moping in that bed with Kata. I was like, this right here is a man. Like, I don't like no moping man, and this is the extension of those behaviors. Moping is like the little sign, but this is the full blown iceberg. But like, I'm gonna get into Zach and them for a moment, but I just want to say one thing on the Bryce Zach thing. Like, even in the beginning when he was like, I was thinking like, oh, me and Kata will leave here together, but I was like missing you. I thought I'd miss you, and I was like, okay. That was when I was like, okay, they got a little bit, but it was the the looking down the pants.
Girth check, and then going back to circle back and have a conversation about it. And another interesting thing on this, though, was, I don't know if you noticed, but when Gabe was leaving, Bryce was hugging Gabe from the back, and Gabe was like, all right, bro, like, get up off of me. It was get your hands up off of me.
No, I didn't catch that. But yeah, no. Let's shift a little bit, since we're on Zach and Bryce, to their shade of KC and Aniya and that whole thing, because I feel like they're purposely throwing problems, because even on like not only in the challenge, like when they did that, I was like, oh, them not your friends, like they not your friends, like, because like why are you sitting here keep stirring up? You know his girl is the type to spiral. Right? We all know this. So why would you keep saying things in challenges to try to push that girl into thinking something is about and draw a wedge? Zach and Bryce are playing this game on a different level. But bitch, we don't like you, Zach. Bryce may get away with it because people like Trinity. but we don't like Zach. And so it's not going to work out for you, Zach, in any way. I don't see Zach and Kata winning, just personally, not even off the strength of Kata, unless like Kata is the only one there, like she there with Kenzie and like what's
that's
her name?
Not gonna happen.
Jen,
if she's there with like, Trinity is taking it.
Yeah, so it's like Kata not gonna win even with like Zach not gonna win even with Kata. So that's that. But the shade, because like Bryce going, how did that game of telephone get to what KC said? And I wrote it down. I got an exact quote here for your people today. And what Trinity ended up telling Aniya was that like, oh, she was like, I didn't like the fact that he was surprised that we were in the top 3. I was like, I didn't hear that. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, we don't have everything. Well, but go ahead.
He did say, he said the only people that he thought were going to be safe for real was him and Aniya. Go ahead.
This what it says. Sincere
said. True journalism.
And you know, I actually had a journalism degree, undergrad, okay, before I hopped into law school, okay? Sincere asked, how do you feel about America voting you into the top 4, bro? And he said, it feels good, bruh. Look at me. He's like, it feels good, bruh. If they hadn't voted me in that shit, I would have been hot. I'm the only one who stayed in their relationship. And he said, me and Zach. And then Bryce said, what are you talking about? I've been in the same thing since the beginning. And KC said, you have, but you almost explored some shit. Like, end of scene. Like, that's all that was said that we saw. Now, I'm not trying to say that we see everything, but it was like, first of all, you did explore. Both y'all stood off the red dots.
Right.
So I feel like Bryce's conversation to Trinity was like trying to put the battery in her back because he knew that she was going to go give the tea to Aniya. Mm-hmm. And I think he tried to insinuate something more sinister about all of that.
Right.
And so, because like if KC wanted Soul to stay, okay, would the ladies have thought that Soul should go? No, I think they would have thought that. I don't know who they would have thought. Who do you think the ladies would have thought should have gone? Kenzie, maybe.
I don't even know, because they could have said the same thing that the girls said about. Like, it could have been the same argument applied both ways. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't think it would have been like I mean, they might have been upset because they lost the OG, whatever, but it just would have been what it is. I don't even think they would have had the same type of reaction that the men had about it all. But I am with you that he's trying to put the battery in Trinity's back to go stir up some drama. I also, in this episode, was like, Bryce, you like to initiate the gossip conversations a little bit more than I would expect. You know, it's cool to want to talk ish with your dude and all that, but I'm like, this one right here, I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know. Like, this is now starting to seem like it is, and granted, we only see what we see, but it is starting to feel like this is the basis of how y'all discuss things, or like how y'all have conversations, because somehow we always get y'all doing the gossip. And I think that because he knows that Trinity likes gossip, clearly, you know, girls, whatever, girl talk, he's using it as a weapon. And I'm like, that's not cool.
They definitely coming for Aniya and KC. Like, they definitely coming for them. And I'm not a fan of it. Not only because Zach asked I don't like him, but also because, like, don't be trying to come for the black love, okay? Don't do it, Zach. Yeah. Because he was trying to fuck with Trinity, trying to be, you know, a couple episodes back, talking about, I don't think she doesn't get your jokes, even trying to split them up. And so,
and we have to also remember that Charlie is Zach's brother at the end of the day. And so who knows what he told him about, like, how to play the game, how to work things, you know, how to work the system a little bit. And
Charlie
just based off
like
the last
gamer, though. But he could learn from his mistakes.
I mean, he could still learn. And also too, like, when Charlie, for instance, right, like, yes, he went in there, it seems like with genuine intentions, but when you see your peers are elevating and doing all of these things and having all the deals and things like that, I'm sure there's a little bit of like, bro, like, you can change the family if you go in there, do certain things, be this way. Not saying that is what has happened, but I could only assume that at least some of that was in conversation in his prep, to come. Not only that, I think also too, and I'm not 100% trying to put this on them, but like, it is usually the black women, specifically the black cast, who get the most conversation, you know, in the public. Usually, you had Serena and Cordell.
Oh,
you had, you have Alandria and Shelly.
Yeah.
You had the whole Jeremiah and Huda thing. Even back in the day, you had the Cachet and Cinco thing. I know you don't know about that or whatever, but it's like the talk of the town. Like usually the it girls or the it dudes that come from Love are the black cast, and so I do just wonder and question a little bit if that is why they are trying to not only put a little bit of, put some flame on a fire or start a fire with them, but also possibly why Zach is, hey, Kata. Hey, Kata girl. Maybe.
Oh, that his intentions. Yeah, I have no clue. I will say in the beginning, I felt they were really vibing. I really did. I am unclear now.
It all seemed fake to me.
Yeah.
It all seemed fake. And I can't remember, somebody in the comments, please tell me, but there was a time when Zach was talking to somebody and somebody said like, would you hit? And he was like, yeah, I hit. Like I smashed. I can't remember exactly who he was talking about, but it has been sitting in the back of my mind. And so it just makes me wonder about like who Zach is when it comes to the treatment of women and how you discuss women, which I think is important in terms of a man's character, which is why that whole conversation when Gabe left, I was not feeling that. I was like, Sincere talking about they got called out on their bullshit, it's fucking dumb and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, y'all doing way too much. Y'all doing too much.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like him saying when he was getting upset at the ladies, I didn't like Zach saying, we're upset because you guys, what you did makes no effing sense or something like that. He was just like, it makes no sense. And it's like, no, it's just not a reason you would have picked. But it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. They're sitting, and Bryce asked on there talking about something. I think they got him out because somebody was like, because he's a fuckboy. And it's like, because someone is promiscuous, it doesn't mean that they don't know how to love. Like that. I was just like, fuck you.
That is some slut shaming. Yes. Look, I was just like, come on now. Like, some things need to be reserved for the girls, and you don't get to walk into that lane at all. It's like it's like the rhinestone talk. Some things need to be reserved for the girls. Stay in your lane as a proclaimed, at least on this show, heterosexual male. Okay? That's what you say.
Yeah, because men and women have different issues. Our issues are not typically sticking to one man, you know what I mean? Like, that's their challenge. So to be like, oh, I'm just living in my challenge. I'm fucking around. And like, men have issues with commitment. Like, that's their thing. They want freedom. That's what every man, they love their freedom. They love their freedom. They want to, sleep with a bunch of women. So I'm like, don't play me. Don't play me telling some, just because he's promiscuous doesn't mean he's incapable of love. Yes, he's incapable of loving one woman. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Okay, he wants to just hop from bed to bed to bed. Women don't want to be loved temporarily for a moment. Like,
not to mention, we're not even talking about the peak of romance and actual wanting to do something outside of this villa. Him and Jen were coupled up for a few days. Let's not act like this has been months and months and months down the line, and we're over here trying to sift through behaviors over time. This is, in a couple of weeks, we know that man liked to tongue hump, okay? And within a couple of days, he want to get some head in the bed, okay? So let's please be for real.
Yeah, so I was like, these guys, they get on my nerves. Zach and Bryce as well, and they could just couple off and be a couple of themselves, just like live in it. One
more thing about them, I don't know if you noticed, but when he had said that whole thing about him and Kate, at least they'll be able to leave together, but he would miss Bryce. I don't know if you noticed, but Bryce went over and hugged him, and Zach's legs was open because he was sitting on that countertop. And that it's too much. It's too much. It's too much.
And I said I was off for them, but I'm not. I want to get into the challenge just a bit, because it's like you can't even discuss Bryce and Trinity and Zach and Kata without discussing they are a, what is it? They're not a throuple, but like a quadruple, like I don't
whatever
know. They that
quartet.
So anywho,
I don't know
that challenge, and Bryce giving Trinity to him. I was like, I don't like that shit. I ain't
Yeah,
like
me
it.
either.
I ain't like it. And then on
Me
top
either.
of that, it made me think twice back about him trying to go for Kata. I'm like, is he? Because they genuinely could just be bi. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, I'm interested in you, and I'm interested in you. And if when he tried to pull Kata, was he trying to be like, okay, throttle this way? You know what I'm saying? Could we? And
Yeah.
maybe he's like, okay, that Kata shit ain't gonna work. Oh, well, maybe this Trinity shit might work. And I was just like, he here freaky deaky. Like all them toes, the toe sucking. And even when he was motioning like for the toe sucking, trying to show it, he did this. And I'm just like, I look, Bryce, like it.
Aaron tried to up himself about it. I think I put in motion the flow because you know what I'm saying. I was the one doing the do. I did the damn thing, and it's like you're actually not, because for the second time we have heard a girl say you can't kiss. And I am with. You know what? That is actually the point where Corbin gains. Jen. She was like, it was.
I thought Jen said this episode, but who said that before that?
Kenzie. She was like, it's like a frog or something. Like she mentioned in the first episode, she was like, I initially was attracted to Bryce, but when we kissed, it was like it immediately
a tadpole
turned
or
off.
something. She called it. I can't remember what she called it. Yeah,
yes, like a frog or something.
If y'all remember in the comments, because I know it's something. As soon as somebody say it, I'm gonna be like, oh yes. But the thing about that challenge that I was like, also like, this disgusting. You're not about to be kissing people's toes and then kissing me. You're not sucking toes and then putting your face in my mouth. Like,
brother, okay, I am disgusted already thinking about it.
KC said it's disgusting.
This is the most disgusting shit I have ever seen on Love Island. Like, well, the spit stuff, but this was it. Especially when I don't know who it was that said it was like some salt.
Sincere. He was like seasoned. He was like the toast was seasoned. I'm just like, this is too much, y'all. Yeah, y'all just taking these challenges, like the producers, like it's too much. Like design something a little better than this. What is this? Yeah, I didn't like it.
And at this point, it's not even necessary. Like the only thing that adds to the drama per se is the questions.
The questions.
And so it's like the kissing and stuff don't do nothing because everybody's like, it's a challenge. It's no rules. You do what you do. Yeah. So it's
spice
not
them questions up, okay?
Yes, it's not stirring up nothing. And I felt like at this point, like maybe the first week, have some kissing challenges, but after that, especially if everybody's locked in. So him kissing her don't do nothing to the dynamic. It's not like, now let's explore our kiss.
I mean, Zach was a little like jealous, but I'm like, is he really jealous or is he just possessive? I don't like.
I was like, boy, you just possessive and you don't want nobody doing what you would do because you keep talking about exploring. You done told that man to go pull Kata aside. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, you're getting what you asked for. Then you was talking your big shit when y'all was all in a circle, kumbaya, the girls and the guys, and it was like, are any of you guys gonna pull Corbin for a chat? Now you finna get exactly what you asked for. So yeah, it was giving possessive.
I will say that Kata don't seem like she's like, I mean, she was like lightweight, like she entertained it. I can't see him pulling like Kata because Kata a real one, but also, and I think look, I don't know, because I'm like, I don't know. I think she likes Zach because Zach is very like vocal and he's like not scared to say shit. So I think the apple pie-ness of Caleb is going to do the same thing for Kata as it did for Soul. He needs just a nice girl. He needs Aniya. But I don't know if the two of them are interested in each other. But Aniya would be probably a nice fit for him personality wise. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One thing on that note, before Caleb pulled Kata, Zach and Kata were kind of having a little back and forth about like what happened in the challenge, and she was kind of giving like these oh brother vibes, like please, like this can't be it. And in my mind I was thinking, Zach, you better get with the program because Kata is a tit for tat girl. And so
yeah,
Caleb came up at the right time. I'm like, she gonna do just enough to continue to piss you off. So you might want to get in line because Kata wears the pants in this relationship. So he needs to remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if she wears the pants or if they both wear the pants, to be honest, because there's something about Zach that I think that's where they're gonna bump heads at, is that they both wear the pants or try to wear the pants, because something about him is very like heavy handed as well. But I don't know. But Kata definitely wears pants. I'm just not sure if she's
she's the only one.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But yeah, do we have any thoughts on Gabe and Soul leaving? I was like, not KC trying to pull Soul to talk. I was like, bro, it's too late.
It's over with.
Too late.
Too late. And yeah, I guess the most thing is just the fallout that came from it, specifically Gabe. But I am with you though, Casey, a little too late. It did seem like he was a little reflective though, like, okay, maybe I'm going about this experience the wrong way or whatever, playing it safe. But at this point, I'm like, Casey,
do you like the girl or do you not? That's how I feel about it. 'Cause it's like, Sincere ain't nobody giving Sincere heat about none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? He doing the same thing. Nobody giving Zach heat about none of this shit. And actually, we ain't talked about KC and Aniya enough, because I'm like, Aniya, not you keep letting them, you keep like, I'm on a loop, because you keep letting these motherfuckers tee you up on a loop. You know what I'm saying? You keep letting them say some shit. It's like, at a certain point, you got to recognize that, like, they're saying shit. This is a game. This is not, they're saying shit. They're trying to get in your head. Don't let them get in your head. At a certain point, I'm getting upset at Aniya for letting this shit work. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, stop it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, though, I can also see, like, if for the second time in a row in a challenge, you seem a little thrown off by why somebody would make a comment like that about the guy that you're dating in terms of y'all's connection and his intentions and wanting to explore other people. And then Trinity comes up to you and says, oh, just had this talk with Bryce and blah, blah, blah is happening. I think the issue that Aniya is having is like, you know what? I'm not an option. Either you like me or you don't. And so I need to know what's happening in these other conversations, because either that or you need to go correct it with them, because I don't want it to keep coming home to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to go have a talk with the boys and let them know that the comments ain't it. Because for KC, it was, yeah, we'll talk about it. She might be a little upset. I ain't doing that arguing shit. So it's given there's some validity to what is being said. And I think it could have just.
Yeah, I don't think, I think it's like on KC's end that they're not recognizing that these motherfuckers are playing a game. Like, they literally are. Like, I think the folks in there to play and win the money are Zach, Bryce. Bryce was late to the party. I think Bryce came at that because of Zach. Like, I think him watching how Zach's moving is bringing Bryce along on that ride. And Corbin, personally, this is just a personal assessment about what I see. I think that they are here for money, and they're doing things to calculate and move for money. And so I think KC is not thinking about that. I don't think he's deserving of the flack he's getting for being in the couple. And I just think that all of this is Zach.
It's a scheme set up by Zach. He doing too much. He's trying to break people apart. Him and Bryce. It's so not cool. It's not fun.
Yeah. So, anywho, that's my thoughts on it. Like, I don't think that KC is thinking, or Aniya is thinking about it that way. I don't think they realize that these MFs are playing a game. And I think that Zach and Bryce are definitely playing a game, and they trying to split up the couples that are strong. So it is what it is.
If it's even strong, I feel like it's a little bit of it for everybody. They understand the value of being in a couple from day one, having America, be behind you for your couple, things like that. I think there's even probably some element for KC and Aniya where they know, like, being the only Black couple, also gives them some points in the public's eye. So I don't know. I feel like at this point it's hard to go on Love Island and be like, I'm strictly here for love and not thinking about the fame and what can happen afterwards and who you pair with and staying with that person, et cetera, especially if the people who are coming in are not necessarily your type or exploring you. X, Y, and Z. I think for KC, though, he has been now vocal specifically with the guys about wanting to explore soul, because I know I was like in that conversation, if you're saying you want to explore soul, so let's keep soul. To me, I was just like, you should have fought harder for that, and clearly he didn't, or maybe he did. I don't know, because Zach was like, I mean, Bryce was like, if he wanted to keep Soul, he had the power to keep Soul. That didn't make sense to me. If he was the only person who wanted to keep Soul.
Yeah, I also think, why are we faulting him for this decision to not keep her when it's weird all around? It's weird on his homeboy just finished exploring her, you know what I'm saying? And like, there's that, because you saw Sincere's face was like when he said that, yeah, I would explore it. And then there's the Aniya factor of, do you want the smoke to have this girl stay? You know what I'm saying? So I think he said what he's gonna say, but it's like, how hard are you gonna ride? You're gonna be like, no, this girl got to stay. Like, imagine him riding. Yeah. Imagine what they would have said. They would have had more ammunition to come out there, be like, we all look, the way KC was riding for her to stay. Right. We would have been on this podcast talking like that. Like, the way that man was riding for her. Oh, you got a new wife. This cool. Okay. You cool. Right. Go be with her then.
You probably like, I'll try again in Casa. But
shit, they're gonna be on after Sunday night. So like you said, they probably off. But anywho. Anything else on this?
No, I'm saying try again, like going about just trying to explore and not sticking.
Oh, hell yeah. They all about to explore and concept. Me personally, I'm excited for Sunday's episode because who gonna explore the hardest, okay? Corbin, Zach, who else?
All of them, child.
Yeah, all of
them. Every last one of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Especially on the men's side. I don't see none of them not doing. Child, they finna have a field day. And on the girls' side, I know Kenzie gonna have a field day. I know Kata gonna have a field day. Aniya, I'm sure she's gonna stay reserved a little bit. Trinity gonna have a field day. Who's left over there? Who am I missing?
Kenzie?
Is that all the girls?
Oh, you always say Kenzie. Jen.
Oh, Jen. And Jen gonna have a field day. And she can because they all can. But she really, really can because she ain't got to worry about who she coming back to. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't really have anything else. I did in the challenge when Aniya was like, I think KC slapped somebody's ass. And she was like, or was he slapping her ass? No, he was slapping somebody.
Yeah, it was Kata's.
Yeah, and she was like, all that. She's like, save that for me. And I'm like, nah.
I said, girl.
You know that's not your...
you knocked out, man. So you can't say that now.
I'm like,
you can't say
I don't
that
think
now.
you want that, girl. It's not giving that vibe. Like,
right, and then when it was they turn to kiss, you talking about save some for the bedroom. Which one do you want, girl? So
I ain't even pay attention to that. Yeah,
I'm like, Aniya freak leader may not be up there.
Yeah, who knows? But I will say Trinity ass, like, girl, she getting turned down by the feet sucking and Trinity. It's
the feet to feet sucking. Like it's none of that for me. I'd be like, you could stay away from my toes. You ain't gotta do nothing. Especially when there's like substance all over me. Like, and I'm not the gooey and the glitter, and it's like
Yeah. No, it's not a problem if people like a little, do what you do, like what you like.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the circumstance.
Trinity be living that life.
I'm talking about the circumstance.
You said what?
I like my toes sucked. I'm talking about the circumstance of you sucking 1,010 toes on top of there is a nasty substance on me. It's a liquid on me with glitter and all other types of stuff that I'm saying it's nasty.
Yeah, it's the toe to toe to toe.
Please suck my toes. Okay, I'm okay with it.
It's very funny. Yeah, I'm not a suck my toe person. I'm just not. But also, but everybody got their shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't think I have anything else on this episode.
That's it. That's all.
Just ready for Casa.
Yeah, no, straight up. Alrighty, y'all. If you made it this far, drop a diamond in the chat. And as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button, notification bell, hype button. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Also, give us a 5-star rating if you are listening on Spotify or Apple. And make sure you hit the description for your Boss Babe t-shirt from Detroit's Future is Female. And we will catch you for Casa. Let the shit begin. Bye.
All right, bye.